Chapter 7. Seeds of Doubt. Autumn leaves scatter across the sidewalk as Bella stands at her apartment window, watching Nathan pull away in his car. Morning sunlight glints off the newly waxed surface of his vehicle. Another recent change she's noticed but hasn't mentioned. The digital clock on her nightstand reads 7:15 a.m., 3 weeks into his contract with Montgomery Industries. And Nathan's morning departures grow progressively earlier while his evening returns stretch increasingly later. She absently twists a strand of hair around her finger, a habit from childhood that emerges only when anxiety takes hold. Something feels different, shifted, as though the foundation beneath her carefully constructed world has developed hairline fractures. Microscopic at first, but spreading in patterns she can sense more than see. Her phone buzzes with a text from Nathan. * early meeting with the design team. Might be another late night. Don't wait up. Love you. *. Bella types a response, deletes it, and types again. Finally settles on. * good luck today. Call when you can. *. She sets her phone down and moves to the kitchen, navigating through her morning routine on autopilot. Coffee brews while she scrolls through her acquisition proposals, but her mind keeps drifting to the changes she's observed in Nathan over the past 3 weeks. It started with small things. A new cologne replacing the familiar scent she'd grown accustomed to. Designer shoes appear in his closet that cost more than his typical monthly budget for clothing. Late-night texts that he shields from her view. Work calls he takes in another room. His voice a low murmur behind closed doors. It's a big client, she reminds herself aloud, the sound of her own voice startling in the quiet apartment. Of course things would change, but the nagging feeling persists as she dresses for work. A sensation like trying to recall a word that remains, stubbornly on the tip of her tongue. Something isn't right, and she can't quite name it. Evening shadows stretch across Bella's office floor as she finishes cataloguing a new collection of Renaissance miniatures. She glances at her watch. 7:30 p.m. Her phone has remained stubbornly silent all day. No calls, no texts since Nathan's morning message. She reaches for her phone, hesitates, then taps out a message. * heading home. We'll pick up dinner if you're free tonight. 3 minutes pass. 5. 10. The typing indicator appears, disappears, appears again. Finally he replies. * still in meetings. Don't wait for me. *. Disappointment settles in her chest, a familiar weight these days. She gathers her belongings and makes her way to the parking garage, the click of her heels echoing in the empty concrete structure. As she approaches her car, her phone rings. Nathan's name flashes on the screen. Hey, she answers, unable to keep the surprise from her voice. Hi, he replies, background noise suggesting he's in motion. Sorry about dinner. The Montgomery campaign is in full swing, and Mr. Montgomery wants daily progress reports. I understand, she says, though the words feel hollow. How's it going? Amazing, actually. Genuine excitement colors his voice. They're giving me creative control over the entire rebrand. It's a massive opportunity, Bells. That's wonderful, she responds, sliding into her car. I'm proud of you. Listen, he continues, his voice dropping slightly. I need to swing by the office to pick up some mock-ups I forgot. Then I'm meeting with the team for a working dinner. Don't wait up, okay? The slight hesitation before mentioning the team sends a flicker of unease through her. Sure. Will I see you tomorrow at least? Definitely, he promises. I miss you. Miss you too, she replies, ending the call with the unsettling realization that despite living together, they've barely seen each other for days. Bella wakes up to the sound of the shower running. Disoriented, she glances at the clock. 5:47 a.m. Nathan's side of the bed looks untouched, the covers still perfectly smooth. She doesn't remember hearing him come in last night. Wrapping herself in a robe, she pads to the bathroom door. "Nathan?" The water shuts off abruptly. "Morning." He calls through the door. "Sorry if I woke you." "What time did you get in?" she asks, leaning against the doorframe. "Late," he replies vaguely. "You were sleeping so peacefully. I didn't want to disturb you." The door opens, releasing a cloud of steam. Nathan emerges with a towel wrapped around his waist, water droplets clinging to his shoulders. He looks simultaneously exhausted and energized, dark circles beneath, his eyes contrasting with an unmistakable vitality in his movements. "I made coffee," he says, dropping a quick kiss on her forehead as he moves past her toward the closet. Bella follows, watching as he selects a crisp white shirt she doesn't recognize. "Is that new?" Nathan pauses briefly. "This?" "Yeah. The Montgomery team suggested updating my wardrobe for client meetings. Image is important in their circles, apparently." He slips the shirt on, fingers moving deftly over mother-of-pearl buttons. They actually have an account with Bromals. Can you believe that? Their executives get clothing allowances. "Clothing allowances?" Bella repeats, eyebrows rising. "That seems excessive." Nathan shrugs, selecting a tie from a growing collection. "That's standard in their world." Celeste says presentation is half the battle in high-level business. "Celeste?" The name slides between them like a blade. "You mean Miss Montgomery?" "His daughter?" "She's overseeing the rebranding project," Nathan explains, avoiding eye contact as he knots his tie with newfound expertise. "We work closely together." Bella studies his reflection in the mirror, searching for signs of deception. "You've never mentioned her before." "Haven't I?" He turns, offering a smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes. "She's brilliant, actually. Graduated top of her class from Wharton. She's being groomed to take over when her father retires." Something in his tone, admiration perhaps, or something more, causes Bella's stomach to tighten. "Sounds like you've gotten to know her well." Nathan retrieves a suit jacket that definitely wasn't in his wardrobe a month ago. "It's just business, Bella." He checks his watch. "Another new acquisition," she notes. "I've got to run. Early strategy session." Before she can respond, he's gathering his portfolio and keys. "I'll call you later, okay?" The front door closes behind him, leaving Bella alone with questions multiplying in her mind. Days blur into weeks. Nathan comes home later each evening, smelling of unfamiliar environments. Upscale restaurants, exclusive clubs, places that exist in a social stratum Bella has deliberately avoided since fleeing her family's wealth. The irony isn't lost on her. On Friday evening, she decides to surprise him. She hasn't seen him properly in days, beyond his sleeping form briefly beside her before dawn, and occasional distracted video calls. She picks up his favorite takeout and drives to the Montgomery Industries office tower downtown. The security guard at the reception desk eyes her curiously. "I'm here to see Nathan Blake," she explains. "I'm his girlfriend." After a phone call and a visitor's badge, she's directed to the 18th floor. The elevator doors open to reveal a sleek, modern space that smells of new carpet and expensive furniture. Through glass walls, she spots Nathan in a conference room, leaning over a table spread with designs. Across from him stands a woman Bella recognizes immediately from society pages. Celeste Montgomery, her dark hair cascading over the shoulders of a fitted red dress that probably costs more than Bella's monthly salary at the Meridian marketing offices. Not like it's a dress she couldn't afford, though. It's probably a cloth her uncle would consider fit for the maids. It definitely has no worth or beauty in the eyes of the wealthy Carters. Bella pauses, watching through the glass as they work. There's an easy familiarity between them that knots her stomach. Celeste moves closer to Nathan, pointing at something on the table. Their shoulders touch, Nathan doesn't pull away. Celeste says something that makes Nathan laugh. A full, uninhibited laugh Bella hasn't heard from him in weeks. Then Celeste places her hand on his arm, leaning closer to speak near his ear. Bella's heart pounds in her chest. She's about to turn away when Nathan looks up and spots her. Surprise flashes across his face, quickly replaced by a smile as he waves her in. "Bella," he exclaims, meeting her at the conference room door. "What are you doing here?" "Thought I'd surprise you with dinner," she replies, lifting the takeout bag. "But I see you're busy." "Not at all," Nathan says quickly. "You were just finishing up." Celeste Montgomery approaches, her expression coolly assessing. "So this is the famous Bella." Her smile doesn't reach her eyes. "Nathan mentions you occasionally." "Occasionally?" Bella echoes, extending her hand. "I've heard quite a bit about you, Miss Montgomery. Please call me Celeste." Her handshake is firm, confident. Up close, she's even more striking. Flawless skin, penetrating blue eyes, an aura of absolute self-assurance. Nathan has been invaluable to our rebranding efforts. We simply can't let him go home at a reasonable hour. The words carry a hint of possessiveness that raises Bella's hackles. "Well, everyone needs to eat," she responds, lifting the takeout bag again. "Even invaluable team members." "How thoughtful," Celeste says, her tone suggesting otherwise. "Nathan, we can continue our discussion on Monday. Don't forget the Carlton presentation is at 9. She gathers her things, her movements graceful and deliberate. "Lovely to meet you, Bella. Nathan speaks so highly of your museum marketing work." The slight pause before "museum marketing work" carries a distinct note of condescension. After Celeste departs with a final meaningful glance at Nathan, Bella sets the food on the conference table. "She seems intense," Bella observes, watching Nathan's reaction carefully. "She's demanding but brilliant," he replies, beginning to gather his materials. The whole Montgomery family operates at a different level. It's intimidating but exhilarating. "I can see that." Bella helps him collect design mock-ups scattered across the table. "You've been working with her a lot?" Nathan shrugs. "She's my main point of contact. Her father is grooming her to take over, so she has final say on most decisions. She's very beautiful," Bella says carefully, testing the waters. "I suppose," Nathan answers too quickly. "I hadn't really noticed. I'm focused on the work." The obvious lie hangs between them. Anyone with functioning eyes would notice Celeste Montgomery's beauty. It's weaponized precision designed for maximum impact. "Let me grab my coat, and we can head out," Nathan says, changing the subject. While he goes to his temporary office down the hall, Bella continues organizing the conference table. She moves a stack of presentation boards, revealing a sleek leather agenda with the Montgomery Industries logo embossed in gold. She flips it open, curiosity overriding propriety. Inside, she finds Nathan's meticulous handwriting detailing upcoming meetings, deadlines, and notes. She turns pages until a dinner reservation catches her eye. Nathan's name alongside Celeste's for a restaurant Bella recognizes as one of the most exclusive in the city. The date, yesterday evening. The time, 8 p.m. When Nathan had texted that he was stuck in meetings with the team. Her hand trembles slightly as she closes the agenda and returns it to its original position. Sunday afternoon finds them in Nathan's car, heading to a small gallery opening where one of Bella's museum colleagues is exhibiting a photography collection. Nathan drives while Bella gazes out the passenger window, the silence between them stretching uncomfortably. "You're quiet today," Nathan observes, glancing her way. "Everything okay at the museum?" "Fine," she replies, absently adjusting the air vent. "Just tired." In truth, she's been rehearsing how to broach the subject of the dinner reservation she discovered. Part of her wants to confront him directly. Another part fears what his response might reveal. She shifts in her seat, and something hard presses against her thigh. Reaching beneath her, she retrieves the object. A diamond earring that catches the sunlight in brilliant sparkles. "What's this?" she asks, her voice barely above a whisper as she holds the jewelry between her fingers. Nathan glances over, does a double take, and his knuckles whiten on the steering wheel. "Oh, that." He clears his throat. "Must belong to Sarah from the design team. She rode with me to a client meeting last week." "In the passenger seat?" Bella questions, studying the exquisite piece. The diamond is at least 2 carats, surrounded by smaller stones in an intricate setting that screams luxury. "We carpooled with others," Nathan explains, his voice too casual. "The whole team was going to the presentation. She must have dropped it." Bella closes her fingers around the earring, feeling its weight, both physical and metaphorical. "This looks expensive, designer." "Sarah comes from money," Nathan says quickly. "Family wealth or something." She mentioned her father's in finance. An uncomfortable silence descends again as Bella returns the earring to the center console. Family wealth. Designer. The words echo in her mind alongside the memory of Celeste Montgomery's perfectly accessorized ears. "You'd tell me if something was going on, right?" she finally asks, her voice steadier than she feels. "If things were changing between us." Nathan reaches over, taking her hand in his. "Bella, nothing's going on. Nothing's changed. I love you." He squeezes her hand reassuringly. "Work is intense right now. That's all. The Montgomery account is huge. It's transforming my business. But it's just temporary pressure." Bella nods, wanting desperately to believe him. But as they continue toward the gallery, the diamond earring glints accusingly from the console, planting seeds of doubt that take root in fertile soil.